shucks.
We're back. We're back. What's going on? How's everybody doing?
What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday.
Yes.
Happy Friday.
Friday.
I can't believe it.
I can't believe it either. Can y'all believe that we are here for the last day
Day 5
of this expert series?
It's crazy. It's day 5. All the things that have been gained and all the nuggets that have been gained, all the gems have been dropped, all the offers that have been dropped. It's crazy. But day 5, yeah, we're here.
We are here. We got Greg back with us. What's going on, Greg? It's good to see you.
What's going on? I missed yesterday. I was watching though, but I missed it. But I'm here today though. I said I got to close out today. I got to be here.
He said, Alika ain't gonna show me up because he know he don't show up another day. Alika like, listen, I feel like
too comfortable.
Right. I was real comfortable.
I feel like
I heard her ask too many people to put stuff in the comments too many times. I said, you know what, Alika?
Like she getting the engagement going. And then we have our co-host for this series. I'm so glad we got to do this together. Y'all give it up for Alika Follett. Yes, Alika, it has been so awesome to collaborate with you on this. So this has been great. We got Kendra in the comments. She's saying, hey, can't wait for the conversation. Danielle Fisher's here. Hey, Danielle, happy Friday. And we got a bunch of y'all. Let us know that you're here and let us know where you're streaming from. Yes. I'm Deanna Jean. I'm your collab queen. And I'm super excited about today's final day of the Success Tribe Expert Series. So this has been all about ease and abundance. And the stuff that we have been gaining, the ideas, the insights, y'all, have just been really, really tremendous. I mean, I'm blown away every day.
Absolutely. I mean, millions and millions and millions of dollars of value being shared here. Yeah. And it's like, if y'all missed day 1 through 4, I mean, go back and first of all, register, right? Because if they register at the successtribeexpertseries.com, and they can be here, they can go back and watch those days because you don't want to miss those gems. They were serious.
I mean, it's going to be, and it's going to continue, right?
Exactly. You know, Danielle been here every day. You know, Danielle over here in FOMO because she didn't sign up, she didn't get to speak this time. So
she's like, I'm here every day. I want to make sure I can see what's going on.
Exactly.
And Alika, when you say millions of dollars, like literally millions of dollars, if you have been here every day, taking notes, taking action on offers, and listening to what that has been saying from our experts, literally this could help your business literally shape in millions of dollars off of these first 4 days. And today we came hard today, so you could just add an extra million today.
Listen, we came hard today. We're not even going to hold y'all because our host today is absolutely amazing. She is no stranger to any of us. If y'all know anything about Fire Savvy, then you know that today is going to be fire. And she actually got her own theme music, y'all. She got an intro video that she wants us to play so you can understand. If you don't know what Fire Savvy is, you can understand what it's all about. Listen, y'all, our girl Shanel Evans is going to be coming to the stage in just a minute. But first, if you're saying to yourself, what is this Fire Savvy thing? What is this all about? Y'all take a look at this.
This is what you have to be prepared for. It is never done. Okay? It is work that is never done because it is always evolving. All right, so the journey to signature, there is no destination. It's always evolving.
I am Teresa Noy, your radical self-love coach, and I work with high-achieving Black women who typically put themselves last to now love themselves enough to put themselves first. I attended the Fire Savvy event because I needed clarity. I was trying so hard to do things by myself and it wasn't working, so I needed guidance. And I needed a community, and I knew that Shanel and Donna were experts. They knew what they were doing, and they would get me the results that I needed. Hi, Hi, I'm Dr. Rhonda Alexander. I'm the founder of Soul Scribe. I work with powerhouse women who want to write a memoir that will skyrocket their speaking, coaching, or consulting business. So with my choice to attend the Fire Savvy Unmastermind, I really wanted to hone my signature offer. I have lots of things that I offer to my clients, but I really wanted to solidify the one thing that I believed would make the biggest difference for the people who come to me. And so I was hoping to get information about how to craft that offer to be shown and walked through and be given the blueprint for crafting that offer as well as marketing it. And of course, as always, Fire Savvy delivered. Donna and Shanel, they left no questions unanswered, no stone unturned. They really walked us through the process of crafting that signature offer, making sure that it fully meets the needs of the people that we're serving, and making sure that it adds value not only to our clients, but to our business. So I got everything that I came here for.
We want you to truly step into who you are, 100%, because that is what people are the most magnetized and attracted to, your dream client.
Wow, y'all, if you haven't, I mean, it's a whole movie, clearly.
A whole
It's a
movie.
whole movie. Y'all, without further ado, let's bring up our girl, Shanel Evans from Fire Savvy.
What up, Chanel?
Yes. What's up? What's up? First of all, day 5. Happy Friday. TGIF. All that good stuff. What's up?
All of the things. Listen, we don't even have to give you no introduction. The video did it all. We're going to drop down Shanel, and Shanel's going to be talking to us today about profitable collaborations. Y'all know that this is going to be a fire conversation. I'm going to drop us down.
Yes.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So if you are watching and you are brand spanking new to the world of Success Tribe, Fire Savvy, drop a fire in the chat. Or if you already know that you about to just tune on in to this discussion about profitable collaborations. You've heard day 1, day 2. We have talked, you heard Deanna talk about who to collaborate with. But you might be like, you know what? I'm applying to these summits or speaking engagements, and I feel like I'm doing the heavy lift. Or you might feel like, you know what, there is somebody that I really want to collaborate with, but I don't know how to package our collaboration in a way. So the reason why I wanted to show that video first, 1, because I wanted to shout out my Fire Savvy fam, but 2, sometimes we don't know what we want until we see it. And that video shows the power of collaboration, but more importantly, it shows the power of profitable collaboration. So I'm going to give you 3 secrets today for powerful, profitable collaborations. Show you how Fire Savvy, who I'm the co-founder with, Donna St. Louis, we hit 7 figures in 7 months. And those people, our clients in that room, in that video you saw Ilika, you saw Deanna, they've now collaborated. You've seen Rhonda, Dr. Rhonda. I'm going to share with you secrets that we help be able to get Dr. Rhonda's calendar booked and busy. You saw Doug and you saw Teresa. Teresa sold out her retreat by using this secret in a collaborative way. So let's jump right on into it, because look, as Deanna said, I'm here for a short time, not a long time. It's Friday. Y'all probably got some errands and stuff to run. So let's dig on into it. So when you think about collaboration, when you think about profitable collaborations, I want to kind of pause just a second and take a step back. So 42% of women make up the entrepreneurial space, 42%. And I know that Deanna has cultivated this network, this tribe to serve the needs of Black and brown women. So 42% of all entrepreneurs are women. So if you hear you're an entrepreneur, you in that 42%. Now, 4 times as much are Black women. Women of color are starting and launching businesses 4 times the rate. And we tend, as women, our natural tendency is to rely on word of mouth. It is to rely on networking. It is to collaborate, right? How many of y'all do collaboration anyway? So, you might be at the bus stop picking your kid up, and somebody's like, oh, that's a nice bag. And you're like, oh, you like this bag? I want you to go. I got it at Nikki's, down at Potomac Mills Mall. We're natural referrals. We're natural collaborators. Let's do it in a profitable way. So you might be feeling a little bit overwhelmed, even though over these past 5 days, the experts have come and they have brought the fire and they have broken it down in the most simplest ways. But before you started listening, you might be like, okay, I need an easier way to approach these collaborations. I need an easier way to create profitability. I want to feel more abundance. I want, not just from a money standpoint, but I want more time in my schedule. I want to be able to collaborate and have fun. I want to get on that prison bus and go and have fun with my besties, right? So, but you might be feeling like, there's so much information out there. I don't know who the real deal is. I don't know who I should partner with. I don't know if that person is legit. It's not your fault. There's a lot of noise on social media. There's a lot of noise in the space. You could be going to networking events, in-person networking events, and it's literally just a photo op, right? So it's not your fault that you feel overwhelmed. It's not your fault that you're not really sure how to do what you're naturally good at, the collaboration and networking part, but being able to add the profitable part to it, right? It's not your fault. But we're going to dig into why why you can overcome that, but add more profits. Or you might be thinking, okay, yes, the prison bus is a must. But you might also be thinking, you know what, Shanel, collaboration is hard. When I come to the table, I'm bringing my all, I'm bringing the energy, I'm bringing the ideas. And at the end of the day, I feel like I'm getting shorted because I'm bringing it, but I'm still not getting the profits from it. Maybe, I hope that's not you, but maybe that's you. So before we dig on into the secrets, let me introduce myself. You saw a peek of me in the video. My name is Shanel, co-founder of Fire Savvy. Fire Savvy is a business advisory and coaching firm, and we work with powerhouses just like you to be able to package or repackage your expertise. Sometimes that's in the form of a collaborative event. We give you the skills to be able to sell that collaboration and attract more of your dream clients. So, before I walked into the world of Fire Savvy, I had a successful, multi-six-figure social media agency. I recognized that I did not want to be end all and be all in my particular business. I was really good at helping people take their vision and be able to break it up into implementable steps. I was really good at having somebody to take a look at what their offers are and then give them a pathway, a blueprint to create more visibility. I was a natural collaborator. I am a natural collaborator. That's how Deanna and I met. That's how Alika and I met. We met through collaboration. Like, you know what? Let's do something new together, right? But that's also how I met my co-founder, Donna, is through collaboration. So I'm going to walk you through 7 figures, 7 months, and not just results for Fire Savvy. Because, it's easy to say, well, we got this, but I'm going to show you how the profitable collaboration showed up for our clients as well. And just a little bit more about me. So I'm a Meta, in the Meta Leaders Network. I am an ambassador for the Virginia Black Business Chamber. I'm on the board of the Donna M. Saunders Breast Cancer Foundation. My husband and I have our own nonprofit youth track and field organization. We're nationally recognized. My businesses and my organizations have received awards. I have received national attention, but more importantly, I'm a mom, I'm a wife. I have 2 daughters in college, an older daughter that's home. So I'm busy, just like you. And when we talk about bringing ease and abundance into our business, ease and abundance into the collaborations, I'm not just going to be sharing with you stuff that I have read in a book. I'm going to be sharing with you tangible things that you can do today that create more ease and abundance into a profitable collaboration. So, secret number 1, building a collaboration, a profitable collaboration. You as the collaborator, you have to be solid on your offer and your expertise. Solid on your offer, solid on your expertise, and solid on your audience, right? So, here's the thing. The power of a collaboration, making it what makes the secret sauce, is that, let's say if you got 2 people, I'll use me and Donna as an example. We're powerhouses on our own. We are clear on our expertise. We're clear on our lane. We're clear on who we individually serve. So now when we bring that together, it makes it that much more powerful. So you got to know why you and who you influence. Where's your level of influence at? Right? Because your level of influence can now be able to create even more level of influence when you get together, right? So what do you want to be known in these streets for? What do you want to be known on social media for? You got to know your offer inside and out, so that when you are approaching somebody for a partnership or collaboration, or, hey, yo, I want to be on your summit, or I want to be a part of the expert series, or I want to be in your podcast, the first thing they want to know is, okay, who's your audience? Do you have an audience? 1, who's your audience? What's your offer? What's your expertise? Being super clear about it. Because if I sent Deanna a person and said, this person will be awesome as a speaker on the expert series, and she asked me then, okay, what's her expertise? And I'm like, she do a little bit of everything. She does this, blah, blah, blah. She writes books, she speaks, but then she also, sells hair on the side. Deanna be like, girl, that is not a clear expert. So you got to be super clear as your individual business. What's your expertise? Who's your target audience? Be very clear in it, right? Because sometimes people go into collaboration and they're like, well, I'm a half of a business. I'm going to partner with another half of a business. And then together we're going to make a powerful business. No, you want to be powerful on your own so that you can collaborate with somebody equally as powerful. And now that power literally multiplies itself, right? So, when we talk about 7 figures in 7 months, that's what Donna and I did. 4 years or so ago, we met on social media. And we met because I was like, oh, she a boss. I'm a boss, but I still need what she has. So then we became clients of each other. We got to see how each other moved. We got to see who we attracted. We got to say, okay, we attract you and I. Yes, we vibe, but we attract the same sort of people. So now it's not unusual or out of the box for us to come up with a collaborative effort, right? So secret number 2 on a powerful yet profitable collaboration is, you as the collaborator, you have to amplify your authority. I'm going to say the 2-letter word that make people break out in heebie-jeebies: social media. Social media, right? If you are a powerhouse and you want to attract another powerhouse, and that powerhouse wants to collaborate with you, and they go peek at your social media feed or they Google your name, what is going to come up? Straight up, what's going to come up? Does your social media feed represent the authority and the expertise that you want to collaborate on? So, multi six-figure social media agency. I was doing literally full service content creation, coaching, scheduling out nuts and bolts. And then I recognized that my clients were coming to me when they had offers, but sometimes their offers were a little bit wobbly, right? Sometimes they needed a little bit of fine tuning. I'm like, yeah, I can get you some visibility. I can blow you up. However, you know what would make this really powerful is if you had a revenue acceleration coach that can help you repackage this offer in a better way. So then I started referring clients to Donna, who is a revenue acceleration coach. That's her genius. So then she would work with clients, and her expertise would be able to craft the offer, put revenue behind it, show you how to make profits. And then she's like, yeah, but I don't do marketing. I don't do the social media part. She would refer them to me. So now I'm creating visibility. We're referring clients back and forth to each other. I am, getting them visibility, introducing them to networks, introducing them to collaborations. And the person gets on the phone, can't sell it. I'm like, okay, I'm getting you this visibility, but you can't close the deal. You need somebody to help you fine tune your sales and negotiation skills. So now I can refer them back to Donna, because Donna is the top 5 sales coach in the country. And it all works as an ecosystem, right? But here's the thing. If you are, as the collaborator, are not amplifying your own authority, if somebody refers you and says, yo, Danielle is the person that you need to, grow and become an Etsy powerhouse. And if somebody goes to Danielle's feed and they're like, she don't even talk about her expertise. Here's the thing. The same things that we do or should be doing to create awareness and visibility and amplify our authority to attract clients is the same thing that we're going to do to attract collab partners, referral partners, speaking opportunities. Amplify your authority. I did a live on this earlier this week. True story. We are prepping for collabs and international. My secret power is swag and being able to just pull out creative gifts for clients. But this particular gift needed to be a little bit more personal. It needed to be a little bit more branded with the guest information. 3 seconds or less is where a potential collab partner, is going to go to your feed and see what you're about. They're going to take a look at your LinkedIn and see what you're about. Are you amplifying your own authority? So 3 seconds or less. So in the process of this project, working with Crystal to create swag for Collabs International, 3 seconds or less. I'm scrolling through people's feed. Boom, Leilani, get seen. I go to her feed. I know instantly what she does. Donna, sales superstar. Doug, D Fresh, Doug with a hug. Crystal, OBD with OCD. Deanna, boom, I can go look at her feed. I know she's the collab queen. But then I go to get down to the last 2 people. I'm scrolling. 3 seconds, 6 seconds, 12 seconds. They don't amplify their authority. I have no idea what they do. So I, as a potential referral partner, I'm not going to refer them for a collaboration. I don't even want to collaborate with that person necessarily if they're not amplifying their own expertise. Because here's the thing. If you're not amplifying your own expertise, or the person that you want to collaborate with is not referring their own expertise, what you think they're going to do when y'all host a summit together? What you think they're going to do when y'all host a retreat together? They're going to be relying on you to do all of the work. So be a good collaborator and a good collab partner by amplifying your authority. Make it easy for people to want to collaborate with you. Make it easy for people to go to your feed and say, girl, she a boss. I want her on my stage. Yeah, she is a boss. I want to approach her about this new deal that I have, right? So you got to amplify your authority. So then the last thing that I want to share with you is secret into a profitable collaboration is you have to say yes to the hard shit. You got to say yes to the things that make you a little bit uncomfortable. Yes, even in a collaboration. Deanna spelled it out perfectly yesterday, or I think it was, or maybe it was Wednesday. You got to recognize, yes, I'm a powerhouse in these areas. I'm going to amplify that authority, but there are gaps. There are things that I need to work on. There are things that I'm not an expert in. Crystal's quadrant yesterday showed you there are things that I might need to outsource. You got to be honest with yourself and say, you know what? I could do it all. Yes, I could. However, imagine if I had a networking opportunity to bring into my fire savvy clients like the Success Tribe. Imagine if I was able to partner with a mindset coach and be able to really elevate our program. And so we do that, with Doug bringing in the mindset, right? We don't have to do it all. So you got to recognize what your gaps are. So for many women entrepreneurs, we do lean all the way into the networking. We lean all the way into the idea of collaboration. But you know what we don't always lean into is the gaps. And women entrepreneurs tend to put networking and more of like the marketing, more sometimes of the visibility type stuff, and more honestly, some of the vanity type stuff in their top skills. They're like, okay, I'm this, I'm that. Yes, I'm the collab queen, right? Even though they try to take that term, Deanna coming for them. But you know what they put at the bottom of their list is the sales skills. So imagine if you had this really cool collab idea, and then you don't have the language, you don't have the skills, you don't have the savvy to actually sell it. So I want you to imagine for just a moment, 6 months from now, what does that look like for you? 6 months, we will be, where are we, in March? So 6 months from now in fourth quarter, can't even believe it. But 6 months from now, what are you going to be celebrating? Maybe you have your own virtual summit that you are going to be hosting. You might have a sold out retreat that you're dreaming of. Maybe it is a new contract, a new government contract that you are negotiating, and you want to be able to partner with another business owner to be able to fulfill it. Maybe it's new enrollments into your program. What are you going to be doing 6 months from now? What are we celebrating with you? So imagine with that collaboration. Yes, a sold out retreat, Danielle, for sure. Just imagine 6 months from now, those things that you say you want, imagine if you had the confidence and the messaging and the formula to be able to attract more of your dream clients, but then be able to sell that collaboration to even more people. So I'm going to invite you to get on my calendar. Go to salessuperstar.net/schedule. I'm not going to take you through no download. I'm not going to take you through a masterclass. You are watching, and you know that 6 months from now, there is something that you want to lean into, and you need a cheerleader on your side. You need the blueprint, the formula to get you there, whether it's through the client attraction piece, whether it is to amplify your authority in a more intentional way to be able to attract not just clients, but collab partners, or you recognize, you know what, when I do have this sold out retreat, or I am negotiating this, $1 million contract and being able to partner with other people, I want the negotiation and the sales skills to be able to do that. I want you to go to salessuperstar.net/schedule. It's a complimentary 30-minute session. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about your business. What collaborations do you have coming up? Where are opportunities for collaborations? How can you make them more profitable? But then also be able to know 6 months from now, the confidence to say, yes, I am going into April with a solid plan, a solid blueprint. I know what my offer is going to be tight. My target audience is ready for me, but not just being able to attract that, but being able to attract, more collaboration partners. So let me take a peek at the chat. Look, Alika say the red pen plays no games. Listen, I brought them right here next to my computer just so y'all can see, because the reason why they call me the red pen queen, because I try and keep y'all in line. Sometimes they be out here just wilding out on social. I'm like, no, boo boo, let me go on and red pen it. But these came from Dr. Bonnie. Dr. Bonnie is full of jokes.
Of course.
So Bonnie sent me lots of these for Christmas, and she is one of my faves for sure.
Yo, Shanel coming with it as usual, yo. Yo, Shanel, it's crazy that you brought up the 3 minutes, the 3 second scroll, because I watched your video the other day that you dropped on Facebook about it. Yo, if you haven't watched that video, Shanel goes into that theory much more and in depth on her Facebook. So make sure you highlight that. But she tells you about that 3 second scroll. What is your brand saying about you? You don't want people to have to scroll, or just thinking and start surmising themselves about what you are, what you do, or what you represent, or who you align yourself with.
Or if they want to work with you.
Do they want to work with you? Do they want to get on the phone with you? Do they want to be a part of your summit? Do they want to collaborate and be a speaker at your retreat? They're going to think all of that in 3 seconds.
Exactly. Yep. And I know that red pen is not playing. I mean, we have all gotten a screenshot with stuff. Circle. You got that screenshot? I know I've gotten it more than a few times.
Yes, look, I have. Alika screenshot and then red pen me one time.
She was ready whenever she had the chance. Alika was ready to red pen you. I know she was. It's like, this is it. This is my chance.
It's my chance.
Now, after all that you dropped, and then you gave an offer with it, yo, Shanel, remind the people one more time, what's the offer that you're dropping for today?
Yes, get on my calendar. salessuperstar.net/schedule. 30-minute complimentary call. We're going to look at your blueprint. We're going to blueprint out your business. Okay, what do you have going on? What type of offers or collaborations are you looking at, closing before the year end? And then a blueprint on how to be able to do that.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to say this, y'all. Shanel don't offer this often, okay? So the fact that this has happened, I remember I was in a room one time and she offered it. I fainted, right? And people came and got me off the ground. And I was like, did she really offer that? And then people were lined up. I don't even know where the line came from, but they were lined up. I'm like, she said go online. Why are y'all lined up? Y'all got a QR code. So this will fill fast. So I don't know. So if y'all out here playing, if you're serious, you want to get on Shanel's calendar.
Yes.
You have people who have been waiting years, and I'm not being sarcastic when I say that, years for Shanel just to say, hey, I have 30 minutes for you just to human me with a conversation. Yes. There are people who've been waiting just for that opportunity. So the fact that she's offering literally 30 minutes where she is listening, doing notes, and can kind of just show you some things on why you should be here or why you're wasting your time.
Absolutely. Here's the thing, sometimes, we gotta be real with ourselves, because it's scary to hop on a call and then be like, okay, I am going to acknowledge my gaps, but our comfort zone ain't going to take us where we're trying to go. So we have to lean into a different way of doing business so that we can have more ease and abundance into, how we work, more time freedoms, time. So, here's the thing, summer is coming. Anybody that know me, I'm a summer girl. I'm trying to take summers off. Most of my clients do as well. They want to spend time with their kids. Their kids might be coming home from college, right? Alika's the same. So, why not plan for it? Why not plan for that abundance that you want in your business? But you got to plan for it. You got to acknowledge what the gaps are and then be like, you know what? I got to plan. I got to plan for this. I want to plan for the ease. I want to plan for the abundance in my business.
Exactly.
It's mandatory. We got to do it, yo. We got Shanel Evans here with us, yo. And she is here all day here with us. And but the thing about it is, Shanel just dropped so much on us. She is not the only one today, yo. And we got somebody lined up next. We got our girl from Lucy Leadership Project, Dr. Kendra, here with us. Dr. Kendra, what is going on?
Yes.
All the things.
Okay.
That's what's going all the things. It's Friday. It's a good space to be in today. And I'm so glad that I was able to get up and put air in my lungs.
Awesome.
Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's what it's all about. How are y'all doing?
Awesome. 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 We all
Right.
about ease and abundance today. It's Friday. Friday is the epitome of ease and abundance for me.
Exactly.
You working too hard on a Friday, come holler at me. That means you don't have enough ease and abundance in your business.
100%. 100%.
You are so funny. That is so true. That is so true. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for the invitation. Thank you for the amplification. And you said red pen. I got this one here. It's a marker. It's permanent. Permanent. So thank you for those nuggets. I will be getting my 30 minutes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Looking forward to it.
Thanks.
All right. I'm going to pop down and I'm going to let you guys talk to Dr. Kendra for a sec as she let us know about the Lucid Leadership Project.
Yep.
Thank you so much. This is fantastic. I appreciate the opportunity. So first things first, I am here today because we are in a crucial realm that often goes unnoticed, but holds immense power for shaping the well-being and success. And that's the establishment of healthy boundaries. So specifically tailored for women leaders, this is for you. This discussion is aimed at elevating your journey by prioritizing and really specializing in some strategies to foster resilience, to help us prevent burnout and integrate work-life balance. So with that said, I want to just share a little bit about who we are. So I am one half of a fabulous team. My co-founder, Kelly Peaks Horner, and I started Lucid Leadership Project 2 years ago. We have over 30 years of experience as educators in local schools, in district office, in government agencies. And now we on a mission. We realize that our stories are unique as women in education. And that is with 77% of the women who are teachers, only 20 some odd percent are in C-suite levels or what you would call superintendencies, leading schools, boards, principals. And when we really drill down to women of color, we're about 8% leading schools. How is it possible that 77% of the workforce are women, but when we look at leadership, it's abysmal? So our mission is to prepare and empower women educators and equipping them with the tools, the skill sets needed to support them, but also increase their leadership capacity, access. But when they get there, they thrive, meaning that they stay, they are healthy, their genius is being tapped into, and that is our mission. So we hope that you will join us. And if you have, we've all been affected by a teacher. And so making sure, again, that we are doing the very best on behalf of children and they need us. So let's jump right in. So as we women leaders, we especially often find ourselves juggling numerous responsibilities, right? From leading teams and managing households at the same time, from pursuing our professional aspirations, ambitions, and nurturing our personal lives. And one thing that we're starting to see now is as women are continuing to lead in the workforce, they're also being caregivers of their parents or of their elderly. So not only taking care of young ones at home, but also taking care of their parents. And it's a delicate balancing act. And what I mean by there is it's easy to lose sight of our own well-being because we are conditioned to take care of everyone else. And we realize at some point we stretch too thin. So Shanel talked about taking those summers off, but what if we can really think about what taking off means? And that is really pouring into ourselves. So today I want to remind you, as it is Friday, prioritizing your well-being, it's not a luxury, it's actually a necessity. And it's a foundation by which we find our success and the foundation by which leaders become successful. So Maya Angelou says that when women take care of their health, they become their best friend. So I just want you to think, for those of you, I'm an educator, so I pause for reflection. Part of our practice is to actually sit in our space, pause for a minute, and take stock. So when you hear the word boundary, what is it that you feel? And Kelly and I talk about what you feel versus how you feel, because this is in the moment. We ebb and flow as we go through our lives and through the day. This is taking pause. So when someone says, I want you to set a boundary. What do you feel? What emotions come up? And typically when we ask this question to women educators and women leaders, we hear things like anxious, fearful, I feel aggravated, frightened, frustrated. I also hear on the other side, liberation. We hear freedom. We hear rest. We hear breathing. So I want you to just sit with that. What do you feel when you hear that someone or you need to set a boundary? So let's talk about it a little bit. So here is how our bodies tend to react to stimuli, and specifically boundaries. So boundaries are invisible lines that we draw around ourselves. It protects us, our time, our energy, our emotional well-being. And they define for us what's acceptable and what's not. In essence, how do you get access to us? Kelly, my co-founder, says boundaries are not walls. They're windows, they're doors, and they allow you to open and close them when needed to protect you from harm, from frustration, from feeling threatened. So boundaries are foundations for every relationship we have, especially the ones with ourselves. So when we think about those boundaries, I want you to think about how people can get access to you, and that is an element of growth. So how have we been socialized around setting boundaries? Think about what you've been taught and what messages you received about boundaries. It begins with self-awareness. For me, as a young Black girl, boundaries would sound like this. Do everything that you can. Be better than the next person. Show up, be first, on time, sit in the front row, raise your hand, complete your homework, get 1,000 degrees. Like I was all in. Boundaries for me was about hustling. That's what I was taught. That it was not okay to say no, that it was okay to say yes to everything, and that I needed to hustle because the world was going to look at me differently as a Black woman. That's a lot to hold on to. That's a lot to sort of do and hide your head in terms of mental gymnastics, and not only being woman, but also being Black and also being from New York City. So think about how you might be socialized. What were you taught about saying no, or what's okay and what's not okay? So as women, some of the social conditioning that has sort of creeped into our minds from very young age was that women are socialized to always be available. That's the nurturer. That's the taking care of everyone else, putting others first, to be extremely accommodating. And we see this as an educators, which is why I think sometimes we become educators. It is a service industry. It is a place for us to not only impart, but to nurture. And so women are inclined to those particular types of industries. But there is some danger in that. And when we take it to the extreme and it blocks us from getting access to things that really are pulling out our purpose, we tend to hustle for our work or worth and want to be liked. And in some cases, we do what we're told. For me, it was about climbing the ladder, and I was given this sort of check mark of things that I needed to do. And most times, my male counterparts only checked one box, and I was ready to finish checking all 10 just to make sure, again, back to that social conditioning, that I was following the preconceived rules about how women show up as leaders. Okay, so that's one thing. So what happens? So as leaders, we sometimes face unique challenges, and it comes with boundary setting. And society always expects us to be visible, to always put others' needs before our own. But these expectations can shift, and you actually can control how people get access to you. So it's time to reclaim our power and to assert our genius. And this is where specialized coaching and sessions like this, the Success Tribe, and communities of like-minded women can play a significant and crucial role. By surrounding ourselves with supportive peers, like the networks that Kelly and I curate and create, such as our Sister Saturdays, our Wellbeing workshops, we are looking at helping women to gain the courage and the confidence to build those boundaries that are more like bridges and windows and doors, and enforce them because our lives depend on it. We have been working really hard this past few months, really engaging with a myriad of women around boundary setting, because y'all, women are dying on the job. Educational leaders are dying on the job. We've seen our sister take her life at the Lincoln University. We've seen women die, presidents of universities dying at work or in hospitals. So what is it that we're doing, and to what end? What are we gaining and losing? And so this is critical. This is really a matter of life and death. But setting boundaries is the first step. The real challenge is in maintaining them. That's why these networks are critical, holding each other able, not accountable, but able to be able to put our health and well-being first. And yes, there will be setbacks, tons of setbacks, but we will adapt to those changes, and we want to be able to thrive in the face of diversity as we continue not only to have glass ceilings, but we have concrete walls for some of our leaders and some of our sisters. And so this is a skill that we have to cultivate. So here's some strategies. Let me get to, so what do you do? And why does it matter? Boundary setting matters because it promotes emotional well-being. It really helps us attend to the 5 elements of well-being that will give us a life fulfilled. It helps us to reduce anxiety, prevents distress and burnout, enhance our self-esteem, and encourage healthier relationships. This is where we can go from suffering to thriving. So how does this feel? And when we are emotional beings first and then logical. So when we are met with a boundary, when we are met with a feeling, the first thing that we experience it goes through our body. We feel it first. And then it moves to our chest. And this is where we have a physical response. That's that flight, fight, freeze. And then a 4th one is fawning, when it's like, oh. And then it goes into our headspace. So if we react emotionally first and in our headspace last, we really have to think about, so how do we take in the information and sort of breathe and then have some skills and some tools to be able to respond in a way that enriches the relationship, but also teaches the person how they can have access to us. So here's what typically can happen. This is if you don't have practice, if you don't have skill sets. And I want you to think about, as I go through each one, which one are you? So are you these are the boundary hijacks. This is where your body wants to sort of defend itself. Are you the silent martyr? You're not asking for what you need. You're just like, no, never mind. I'm not going to upset the apple cart. Are you the perpetual yes woman? Like everything is a yes. In fact, Shonda Rhimes has a book says a year of yes, but she actually means no. It's an interesting read. Are you the eternal firefighter? Everything is a priority. There is no triage for you. It's all urgent. It's all on fire. Are you the unwanted savior, meaning you take responsibility for problems that are not yours? You swoop down and, oh, well, I'll take care of that. Why are you even volunteering? Are you the favor seeker? You have the fear of not being liked. So if you say no, you think you no longer get access. So think about which one you default to. Now let's try to flip it. If you are ready to take on that boundary, here's what I think you need to think about. You lead with how you feel and what you need. So you lead with, right now, I'm tired, but here's what I need. Or I'm a little frustrated by that. Here's what I need. Be direct, be specific, and be kind. We all hear Brene Brown saying, clear is kind. This setting a boundary is a gift. It is an act of love, not only for yourself, but for the person who is going to receive this gift. So here's a couple of examples of words. We try to make sure in Lucy Leadership Project, not only we talk about how we're socialized, but here's some words, here's some language. So if you're asking for what you need, here's some examples. I'm working on something right now, but I can meet with you at 2 p.m. today to discuss your question. So it's not a no, but this is how you can access me. Or here's where you lead with your feelings. I feel neglected and hurt. when you look at your phone while I'm talking to you, can we have a no phones policy at the dinner table? How about thanks, but no thanks? This is when someone wants to offer you some advice, and instead of taking it, you say, thanks for your concern about my child's behavior. I'll take it from here, right? You're not taking it on. Or suppose this is sort of contentious. This isn't a productive conversation. I'm logging off. Don't message me again. Sometimes you just have to trim and do some spring cleaning, get rid of some temporary people. How about not taking on someone else's issue? Just acknowledge and validate. I see that this is a difficult experience. It's been painful. And if you have any advice, I don't have any advice for you, but I'm here to support you and listen. Now I'm not taking it on. Or just the simple, no, I'm not able to do that right now. So these are some language stems, but this takes practice. And it takes practice when you're around sisters who can help you with the words to acknowledge and validate what you're experiencing and give you the courage to do the thing to attend to your well-being. So here's what I would like you to do last, and then hopefully take some questions. When you're thinking about a boundary, what is going to be your call to courage? So Shanel talked about previously, like, we have to get out of our comfort zones. And there is a call to courage when you have to step out of what may be comfortable that is actually killing us. So where do you want to be 10% braver? We're not asking that you go out and just start saying no to everyone. We're not asking you to all of a sudden change how you show up tomorrow. It takes time. So think about 10% and be specific. For me, it's about shutting down my computer at 5 o'clock. I never leave this space and take my office into my living room, into my dining room. I never take it into the next part of my house. I have a very clear boundary that work takes place in this space and home and love and fun takes place in the rest of the house. So that's my boundary. And I have kept that since I started working from home. That allows me to be present with my husband, be present with my family. So what about you? Where do you want to be a little bit braver in establishing those boundaries? The last thing I'll leave you with is a thanks. The thanks is because gratitude is a way of sharing love, and it's a gift. And I am a huge fan of Audre Lorde and her work. And she says, caring for myself is not self-indulgence, it's self-preservation. And for our work that we do every day to support children and teachers and families and school districts, it is an act of political warfare when we start taking ownership of who we are and being present, authentic, and well. So thank you for this opportunity. Now, if you want to get in touch with us, here we are, Shanel. This is our website. You can join a conversation with Kelly and I. We have curated our book talks around our book Unwrapped, which is our dual story of our educational journey and where we are today, how we've been unwrapped and unsocialized in order to show up who we are. Just www.lucyleadership.com. Please check us out, contact us. We would love to kick off your own curated book club, and we will be able to do that for you. That's our offer to you to be able to engage with us. So thank you so much.
Awesome. Well, thanks for that, Kendra. And the fact that you and Kelly are working together is the power of collaboration, right?
Sure.
It's the power of collaboration. It's the power of really understanding what you each bring to the table, but then being able to invest in each other as well.
For sure.
So thanks for sharing that.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, Dr. Kendra. Yeah, it's crazy that it's not selfish to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. That's crazy. It's mind-blowing.
Yes. No, people think that, and we've been socialized to do that depending on our gender, our race, our social economic background, you name it. But if I can't take care of myself, I can't take care of you. I mean, why do we have the whole idea of putting on the mask first on the plane before helping someone else?
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Exactly. I wanted to say for those who are like, oh my goodness, I really want to get in, I really want to get this offer, and I missed the QR code or whatever.
Sure.
What y'all can always go to successtribeexpertseries.com and literally just sign in, and we're going to be sending out all the offers for each day. That was fire. That was absolutely amazing. There were so many comments in the chat. We didn't want to put them up there because then they
I didn't even see them.
PowerPoint, right? I mean, you had some gems in those slides, so I was like, no, we don't want to put them up there on the screen. But people were really, really engaged. I saw with Dominique say, or I could be saying it'd be Sade or say, I don't want to mess up your names. I'm going with Dominique. And she was like, I was still working through the silent, martyr and perpetual yes woman. Like, people are really, what you were speaking about, we're experiencing on a regular basis, you know? And so this is like game changing for real.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And a constant reminder of what we really do need to be able to take care of ourselves and being able to put those boundaries in place.
Yeah, I mean, we hustle. I mean, I think as women, we are just on a constant go. I mean, my body will tell me when I'm lying in the hospital, what the heck were you doing? Like the lack of water. We don't drink enough water. We don't move enough. You know, there's a Netflix series called Live to 100 about the blue zones. And they have been able to find these areas across the world where people are living to 100. And it gets at well-being. There's community. People are eating healthy, mostly plant-based foods. They are walking almost everywhere. You're talking about 100-year-old people walking up and down stairs, walking to everywhere they need to go. And there's laughter and joy. And these are the things that we tend to miss because we are living to work versus working to live.
Right.
Absolutely.
And they're very intentional about, you know, where they live, but also how they're doing that, incorporating those techniques into their everyday life.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So thank you again for, I don't know if there was any more additional questions that you have, but again, please look us up at lucyleadership.com. We are willing to help you support your book club with the book Unwrapped, but also we do workshops around boundary setting. We do workshops on well-being, and we also do keynotes, and we do that purposely as an intersectional team, as a white woman and a Black woman, to demonstrate and model what it looks like to have community in this way.
Awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. I love that.
Love that, Dr. Kendra. Right quick before you go, just let the people know what type of collaborations are you guys looking forward to or looking to make?
Yeah, so we're looking to make some collaborations around helping us to grow our business, but also growing in this way. We really want to make sure that we are taking care of women in leadership roles, specifically in education, because the abysmal numbers about who is at the top for our most precious children are typically white, male, cisgender. You know, so it doesn't look like us, even though we make up a majority of the workforce in the classrooms. So we are looking for collaboration around how to continue to tap into that, and also how to tap into policy that will help us disrupt, because that's part of our value is disruption.
Awesome. Love it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, that was incredible. I mean, absolutely amazing. So much.
And you know, just think about, okay, because I don't know about y'all, but sometimes if you don't put boundaries around your weekend, you could be running all over town. So
everywhere. Exactly. It's so true. You know, it's so funny. I love how she talked about the blue zones, because it's, if you ask my grandmother, who was turning 100 years old in April, she like, what was your secret? And she's like, it's water. You know, you're not drinking enough water. Like, you could have anything. You could have anything from cancer to a broken arm. And she's like, you better get your water.
My grandma is exactly the same way. It's just water. Like, it's just water. Like, every time you see my grandma drink, my grandma, she'll be 90 in this December. But every time you see her drink a glass of water, you would think this is really her first time ever drinking water ever in the time, because she enjoys it and quenches. Like, when she drinks, it's like, ooh, like this is it right here.
Exactly. So it's nourishing your body in so many ways, setting those boundaries and really stepping in. And that's how we get to thrive and live. I love what she's spoken about.
No, it was absolutely dope.
Cool. Well, who we got next, Alika?
Oh, yeah. We got, oh shoot. Look at me. See, you done put me on the spot. We got Lana. Lana is coming next. Let's bring Lana to the stage. Hey.
Hey, Lana.
Hey, what's going on, Lana?
Hey, thanks for having me. Boundaries are critical for everyone. Yes.
Awesome. So we're about to dig on in, keep this show in this party moving.
Yes.
And we're going to be talking with Lana. Tell us a little bit about, what you're going to be sharing as it relates to ease and abundance. What you're going to be giving to the people today.
Ease and abundance. So I'm a manifesting coach, but I have 25 years experience in accounting, and I was also a financial advisor. I had my investment broker's license. So I know a little bit about money, but I also would consider myself a master manifester. I manifested my house here on the beach, and I've also manifested a spot on the movie coming out, The Science of Getting Rich, which is also featuring...
Oh, I didn't know we had a celebrity among
us. I know, right? Well, you knew we had a celebrity. You didn't know we had two.
Right. Yeah,
I didn't know we had two. I knew we had Alika, but I didn't know that Lana was on these celebrity streets as well.
Y'all know I got my book ready. I'm going to go down so I can hear this because I need to manifest.
Yes. All right.
Lana, taking some notes, Lana. This is incredible.
Yeah. So the other people in the Science of Getting Rich are people from the original Secret. So there's John Assaraf and Sharon Lecter, Bob Proctor. It was the last thing he filmed before he died. So again, I think I'm in the circle of how to manifest money. Awesome. And everybody, I think, wants more money. But the deal with manifesting is you can't think of it as just a number. $1 million is just a number, but it's not the number, it's what that money does for you. So you want more security, you want to live in a nice place, you want to travel more. So you don't want money just for the dollars, you want money for the experience. And that's what you have to embody when you think of manifesting. Awesome. And everybody's journey with money is different, because we've all been shaped by society and our families and teachers, and who has heard money doesn't grow on trees, and who thinks, oh, I can't afford that. But that's the negative limited thinking. So instead of thinking I can't afford that, you need to switch it to I choose not to buy that now, because you're choosing to buy groceries or you're choosing to pay the rent. Yes. And then you just think of a way that you can afford it.
Oh, I'm so excited about this, Lana. Let's get you here sharing these tips, because you already dropping them. I'm going to go down and let you share, because I know you got so much to give. Yes, let's get started.
Okay, so as I was saying, everybody's journey is unique, and most people think of abundance only as money, but abundance is truly the whole scheme of things. It's your relationships and your health. So being abundant is a lifestyle. It's not just a thing you can check off. Oh, I've got so much money in the bank. So when I talk about, again, my 25 years of experience, I dealt with budgets and I dealt with all these number things, but numbers and budgets are restrictive. So when I work with people, I think more of a budget is where you are currently, but then we have a spending plan. What do you really want in your life? Because even with my background, I didn't always have what I wanted. I've had periods where I was thousands of dollars in debt, and I've had periods where I've had hundreds of thousands of dollars in the bank. So I know the gamut and what it feels like to think that, oh, I can't afford to pay the rent, or I can't afford to put food on the table. And it's switching that mindset, even when you lack, that is how you're going to change your manifesting of what you really, truly want. Because if you look at my life right now, you think I do have everything. I have my house on the coast and I travel. Like I've spent the last couple of years, I went to Machu Picchu and hiked the Inca Trail, and I've swam with the turtles in the Galapagos, and I've rafted through the Grand Canyon. And again, it wasn't always like that, because I've been in severe depression. I suffered PTSD when someone tried to kill me, and I was taking drugs, and I was, to help me focus during the day, and taking drugs at night just to help me sleep. And so my purpose is, when the guy tried to stomp on my neck and break it, was like, God, you let him kill me tonight. And so now I believe that I do have a higher purpose, and to help people manifest and raise the vibration, not just for themselves, but for everybody in the world. There were days, again, that I could barely get out of bed just to feed my dogs. And as part of my healing, I spent a lot of time out in nature. Like I hiked 14ers, which are mountains in Colorado over 14,000 foot in elevation. And sometimes it was just taking 10 steps and breathing and taking another 10 steps until I reached the top. And I figured if I could reach the top of that, I could conquer pretty much anything. And in my quest for healing, I developed the system I call the Serenity System. And I studied different modalities of healing. And for me, serenity is sunshine, exercise, relationships, excitement, like setting goals, nurturing, inner work, and that can include breath work and meditation. And then there's Thanksgiving, and then the why in serenity is you for self-love and self-care. And I just look at other people who have come from nothing, like Oprah and Lisa Nichols or Tony Robbins. And I've studied manifesting from Neville Goddard and Esther Hicks and many others. And the key is to having resiliency, because when we bounce back, then you can do anything. Every day is a new day. And so today I'm going to teach you.
I felt like I couldn't hear it well enough down there. So I wanted to be a part of it.
Okay.
I love this story. Go ahead. Today you're going to teach us.
Today I'm going to teach you the 3 steps that I use to help transform your consciousness of money. And I call it like the AAA. And the actions are awareness, alignment, and then actually taking action. And then you can add another 2, assess and adapt and reiterate. But when I talk of awareness, it's not just making the budget and trying to stick to it. It's because, how many people have really stuck to a budget for more than 6 months?
Right.
I
know I
can't.
haven't.
Car breaks down or something comes up. And so again, it's not a budget of tracking where you every month. It's just setting goals of what you want.
Ooh.
And so everybody should know that every year when we file taxes, you know what you've spent. So that's your starting point. But then what did you spend that maybe you shouldn't have? And again, my thing is, let's everybody get more money. Because I know, but how many people, here's my thing, spend their money, can you see it? Just burning through it every month. It doesn't stay lit because they they don't set their goals and something, shiny object. And so when I work with people, I'm like, you need the self-discipline to stick to what you truly want. And a lot of that is like listening to your inner guidance. And I had this one coach, it's like manifest or muscle test what you want to buy. Is it going to serve me? Or is it just, again, this shiny object for 2 seconds of feeling good?
Oh, I love how you talked about that, because it's like really, really get an idea. Am I just jumping at this because it came out here? Or is this something that is going to help me to get to my goal? This is golden.
And sometimes it is that 5 seconds of, I want it now, like, treating yourself to that chocolate candy bar or something. But you've got to look at what's your long-term and what's going to truly raise your vibration. Again, that chocolate candy bar isn't going to feel good tomorrow.
Never.
But taking a walk or, again, doing the grounding work is going to make long-term everybody's happier. And the happiness is abundance. Your health is abundant. You're, not just focused on the now. And that's the whole point of manifesting, is raising the vibration for everyone.
Yes, exactly. And it shifts you, right? It shifts you. And just being in that. What's the next A? Because you said it's 3 A's. I'm waiting for that.
Yeah. So the next A is, the awareness. The next A is alignment. And that is getting yourself into how do you feel about it? Motley Crue says most Americans have less than $100,000 saved for retirement.
Yeah.
Is that what you really want for yourself? Another article came out last week in MoneyWise that millions have actually nothing saved.
You know
And so
what?
you're depending on, the government or Social Security or whatever to take care of you.
Mhm.
And that's probably not going to happen.
Right. I love how you mentioned that because if you think about it, even that the person who's like, "Oh, well, I've got 100,000 saved." How long can you really live on $100,000? Right? Like
Right.
not long at all.
Not long at all. But if you make that 100,000 something that will benefit you and have recurring income, investments and annuities, but that's not the only thing. I mean, again, you've got
Mhm.
to be in alignment because money will flow to you.
Mhm.
One of the things, my
Yeah.
little manifesting things, I
Mhm.
listened to Marie Diamond on Feng Shui a couple weeks ago,
Mhm.
and she said, move your desk and clean your hallway. And I did that. The very next day, I got a check in the mail for $6,000.
Simple as that.
Simple
Right?
as that.
You had
It
to
really
remove those
can
blocks.
be as simple as that.
Yeah.
Like another story is I said I manifested this house. I had just sold my house. I was like, I'm going to buy a house either in the mountains or on the coast.
Mhm.
Literally the next day, I got an email for this house on auction on Elk Mountain, 10 minutes from the coast.
Wow.
And as I put my bid in, I was visualizing walking the dog, and I won
Mhm.
the bid. It was $1 over what the mortgage balance was.
Mhm.
Literally, I had two people knocking on my door the next week offering to buy my house for double what I paid for it.
That's crazy. And that's the thing, right? You literally envisioned it and you began
Yes.
to step into it. And that's kind of what you're showing people how to do is stepping into that vision, right? And
Stepping in,
and being in alignment with it, right?
being in your feelings in alignment. Like,
Yes.
again, that feeling of I can't afford it, that lack is you
Mm.
probably never going to afford it.
Simple
But
as
like
that.
every
Mhm.
time you pay a bill, you
Mhm.
you say a gratitude for, thank you for the energy you provided, or the
Mhm.
mortgage, thank you for the roof you provided, the groceries, thank you for sustaining me. Just think that positive little thought, and it doesn't come automatic. Believe me, it took me years to flip, and I'm still not perfect, right? But flipping
Right.
that mindset of the lack mentality, because that's what we are conditioned. That's what
Mhm.
society does.
Yeah. And
And
mhm. I
yeah.
love how you're saying it takes work, right? It's continued work. It's not just something you do once and "Whoop, I just
Well, that's the
manifested
awareness.
it."
Catch yourself with those thoughts and then flip them instead of, I don't have enough money. It's like, I have money for everything I need. I mean,
Mhm.
there's a verse in the Bible about, God provides for the sparrows and, who are we? But, he's going to provide for us.
Exactly.
And in my darkest times, I was like, trust perfect timing and, God will provide because again, I would just think, and this is kind of weird, but I would just think I didn't apply for jobs. Recruiter called me and I didn't
Mhm.
even have to apply. I've had
Exactly.
never applied for a job in like 10 years.
Mhm.
I do
Yep.
contract jobs and they just call me.
Mhm. And it
And it's
comes to you, it
like
flows to you. Yep.
that.
Because you're seeing it, you're already envisioning it, you're aligned with it, you have the
Yeah. Mhm.
awareness and the feelings like you mentioned, and then what's the third A? Because I know there's something that rounds it out.
The third A is the action.
Ooh.
And that's the listening to your inner guidance, trust, doing the muscle testing. Like how I
Mhm.
got in that movie is a total, like, can't believe it story. I was
Mhm.
in energy meltdown, burnout. I was doing 3 contact
Mhm.
jobs, 2 masterminds, and every time I opened the computer, I would, like, fall asleep,
Mhm.
like, shut down. I mean, just shut down. And
Mhm.
I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna go." I live here in Oregon on the coast.
Mhm.
My family's in Colorado, so I was like, "I'm gonna go back to Colorado for the holidays right before Thanksgiving."
Love it.
I took a detour to Tucson
It
because
is not on that is not the way.
that's like 2,000, 3,000 miles out of the way.
Exactly.
But
That's a
my
real
inner
detour.
guidance said, "You need to be in Tucson."
Mm.
And I got on the set of a Western martial arts movie, which I am not a martial arts person. I mean, I'm 60. I
I love
don't think
you
I'm
for it
going to
like
be a
that.
martial arts person. But I got on set and I was like, just want to hang out and meet people. And they were like, okay. They gave me my 5 seconds on screen. But I
Yeah.
met a producer and we were talking about manifesting. And he invited me to be in this movie, The Science of Getting Rich. And again, I could not have planned that. But I set the intention back in 2000, I would say 2019. I was working backstage
Mhm.
for the world's greatest motivators, and I met John Asseroff, and I met Sharon Lecter and some of these people. And I'm like, I'm going to be on stage with them someday. And that's how it manifested. I am now on stage with these very people.
Exactly. And it was all through the 3 A's, the alignment, the awareness, and the action.
And
You
taking
took it.
action, even if it doesn't make sense. Like it did not make sense for me to go to Tucson.
Right.
It's way out of the way.
But you listened. Yep, you listened, right?
You know, listen to your guidance, listen to your intuition. And again, that's another learning process. And I help people work with that because even myself, I didn't trust it. Like, I mean, I literally have been working with law of attraction on and off for 25 years, but mostly after my near fatal experience. I can't say near death. I didn't see the light or anything, but you know, somebody confessed to murdering me. That was bad enough. Yeah.
That is wild. And it just shows that, you know, things were in alignment for you because that situation brought you to something that's even better. You were able to see the amazingness, and now you show others how to step out of situations and into manifesting the life that they want, living on the coast, right?
My Serenity Toolbox originally was to help me get out of the PTSD and the anxiety, you know, anybody in a hoodie or whatever. But it also helps me raise my vibration and helps me get in alignment. So if I'm flustered or upset, I'm just like, check things off my bucket list. Like that's where I took the trip to Peru and hiked the Inca Trail. I was depressed. My dad had died, my partner had died, and I lost my job that I had, the contract job. I was like down and low, depressed. So I go back to my toolbox. Well, check things off your bucket list, and there you go. I live what I teach. That's what I'm saying.
And that's a big thing because every day we got to be living what we teach, right? You know, and that shows you're literally living the life that shows it with being living on the coast, which is amazing. You envisioned yourself walking your dog in this beautiful home, you know, and that is what you ended up getting because you had the awareness, you were in alignment, and you took the action.
I took the action. I did research on, you know, how much the house was worth and what was the mortgage.
Exactly.
And, you know, I pushed that button. I made the bid. And most people couldn't buy it because it was an all cash deal on an auction. And most people can't afford a cash deal for, you know, a couple $100,000 to buy a house.
Right.
But I was in that situation and I couldn't.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, even the folks who are watching right now, you know, what is that thing that they want, that you want, person that's watching, that you want, that you're kind of pushing away, that you haven't opened yourself up to? This is what you're teaching. Am I saying it right, Lana? It's Lana, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I wanted to make sure because, you know, sometimes, but this is what you're showing people exactly how to do. You're living that every day, and you have a framework around how to make these things happen. That's why you're the manifesting guide.
I do. I mean, I've helped other women, couple from the domestic abuse situations, manifest a house, even though she didn't have any money, or selling the house for, you know, the price she wanted, or getting the job where she wanted to, you know, seconded to the US. And, you know, it's again about being in that mindset and then taking the actions.
Exactly. And you've helped your clients, like you said, get into that mindset and take those actions. You've helped them with the 3 A's to manifest what they wanted. This is golden. I mean, it's truly game changing. What is it that you have what is it that you want to offer the folks who are watching right now?
I think I only gave the link to a free session, but I'm also doing another money master 6-week course starting in April.
Oh, I love
and
that.
So if they either email me or sign up for a free coaching session, I'll send a link that has the free it's like a low price 6-week course, like $149.
I love that. I love that so much because, and for folks who are watching, you can always go to the successtribeexpertseries.com to get this offer that Lana has. But this is an offer you want to get, because when we're thinking about it, you just mentioned you have years and years of financial advisor, you know, that banking, that, you know, all of that financial area, right? So you have that expertise around money, and you have the expertise around manifesting. Bringing those two things together.
We spend a week or so on where you're at in the budgeting, and then a week on mindset, and then how to flip that mindset, and then setting your goals, and then taking actions. What needs to change in your life to take those actions to reach those goals?
Oh, Exactly. This is phenomenal. Did you hear this, Chanel? This is incredible. Did you hear it? Like you didn't hear it, but
No,
this
I
is
love it.
incredible.
And what I really love, Lana, that what you were sharing, you know, there's some things that you probably were really clear that you wanted, right? Because you open up your mind to new possibilities. You know, got introduced to movie deals and got introduced to meeting new people. So it wasn't only about the money and getting like clear and, you know, rid of the depression and anxiety. Once you got open, new things that you didn't even expect were possible came your way.
The mindset is this or something better. Like, again, I would have never imagined being in this movie. I would have, you know, the house. It was like, I was like looking actually for a house in Colorado, thinking I'd be with closer to my family, but it's like, you know, I want to be on the coast. And again, things literally came to me, and then I took the action.
Perfect way to describe it. I want this or better, right? Because sometimes we like, just give me, Lord, just give me, just pay this one bill. But it's like, no, I want that and this.
Right.
And the same thing with relationships. It's like, oh, I want this guy. Well, no, you want the characteristics of that person or something better, usually and something better. If that guy's not willing, there's a reason. And you move on to and something better.
Yeah, no, that was good. I appreciate you for one, sharing your story, but then being able to give us those, you know, tangible tips to be able to create that for ourselves as well.
Yeah, this is game changing, because even as you think about it, when we just say I want this, it blocks us off for the and better.
Yeah,
right. So,
and one of my things is, you know, a lot of people teach vision boards. But if you look at that vision board and say, oh, I don't have that yet, you're in lack mentality.
Right, exactly. Kind of like look at it almost like a checklist.
Right, it makes it harder to get. So the missing piece is getting into alignment of, I've already have it. I know it's coming. You know, my biggest thing is, you know, it's like, of course, you know, it happened. Of course, because it's not going to not happen.
Of course. Why not? Why don't? Why wouldn't I have that?
Right. Of course, I'm going to be in this movie about, you know, right? Of course, that makes sense. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, Lana, I see a book probably in your future. I'm peeking at the back of it. I'm definitely seeing a book in your future for sure.
I have one I wrote about my horrific journey. The
oh, sure.
Like a moth to the flame.
Ooh.
And I do have actually 2 more started. One is close to getting ready to go to the editor.
Very cool.
And it's What Would the Neighbors Think? And that's overcoming your limiting beliefs. And the other one that I'm working on is the Serenity Toolbox, which goes over those 8 actions of how to get into alignment. And I've been told many people want to hear a book about all my manifesting stories.
Yeah,
absolutely. I'm telling you, because people are looking to manifest, you know, living on the coast in the house that exact house they wanted. You know,
you're definitely speaking the language for sure.
My neighbors, I've got, you know, 2 deer, you know, the baby deer running in my backyard. You know, I've got, you know, there's cougars and bears and everything else too. But it's like, I have my little cabin in the woods, and I'm, you know, every day, almost every day, if it's sunny, I'm on the beach.
Super cool.
Yes. Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely great, Lana. What a story you have! Like crazy from all the things that you just slightly touched on. Like you could write a book on so many different things, but what a story! At the end of the day, though, to just still have that optimism, still know that there's something that these goals that you have or better is out there for you, and just putting that into action into life. That's just truly a testament.
I just want to stress that everybody, it doesn't matter your circumstances or your background or anything, you have the ability to be resilient and overcome and make a choice and live better.
I love
absolutely. That. And you're actually putting that to action in everything that you're doing. So kudos to you for that. You're collaborating with everybody and everything, but just a question: what other collaborations are you to make out there?
Well, I don't have the links yet, but when my movie comes out, I'd like everybody to like enjoy and share the movie, and just raising the vibration. So I'd like to, if anybody again is feeling a little low and anxious, you know, come and learn the Serenity Toolbox techniques and raise the vibration. Because if, you know, what the water raises all ships, whatever that phrase is.
Rising tide raises all boats. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like as soon as I help somebody, they help two people, they help two people, and everybody's vibration in the world is a better place to live.
Absolutely. Power of collaboration for sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, listen, if y'all want to ensure that you get these tips from Lana, be sure, we got it rolling across the screen, but be sure to go to the Success Tribe, go to successtribeexpertseries.com. And when you register, you're going to get, all that Lana has to share. Right. You're going to get an email, ways to connect with her and get those tips, because it's time to get in alignment. It's time to raise that vibration for sure. All right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And Lana, tell the people one more time who may be just joining again, tell them your name, and then also let them know about this offer that you're giving out to the people.
So it's Lana Wolfe. I'm a manifesting guide, and the offer I gave is a free session, and or email me at lanawolfe.com. That's Wolf with an E. And I can also send an abundance guide and get you started on your trip to more abundance.
Awesome.
Yes.
Look,
Thank
ease
you
and
so much.
abundance. She making it easy with the guide, and then she telling you how to create the abundance.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much, Lana.
It was awesome. Wow. That's game changing. I mean, speaking it out there, living in that awareness, alignment, and action, and achieving that goal. Yep, manifesting it.
Yeah, manifesting, it's real. Like we just say it so much, and like it's something that we learn, and it's something that like we tell ourselves, or like we tell ourselves all the time, look, something's better, or we want these things, and like we have these goals. But like when you really sit and manifest it, that stuff matters. Like we said, the words you put out to the universe, that matters. And she's absolutely a testament in all areas of her life, of how that matters and how she's been able to build that.
The movie deal alone. You
know
what I'm saying?
When she said a detour, she said I took a detour.
Yeah.
In my head, I'm like, huh. Well,
right. You don't go from Oregon to Tucson to Colorado. That is not.
Stopping at the 7-Eleven and picking up a Slurpee. She got a whole deal out of her detour.
It was just on the way. I really wanted a Slurpee.
Exactly. Awesome. So, I mean, speaking of, right, we have an amazing person coming next.
Yes. Jackie is coming up to the stage. If y'all do not know Jackie, first of all, she wears pink, so I'm already a fan. But she definitely speaks the language of attracting more clients, and high ticket clients, but in an easy and more abundant way. And so one, that's right up my jam. We speak in the same language, but also, it's just something that you want to be able to incorporate into your business, this high ticket marketing, because here's the thing, you can sell to the masses and hope for the best. You can create the messaging that attracts your dreams or your signature client, where you might not have to talk to 500 people. You might only need to talk to 50 of them. And that's what she teaches.
Right. Game changing.
Absolutely. So I'm super excited. Jackie and I have been working together probably over the past couple of months or so, a little bit. So I don't want to share all of the stuff that she gonna share, and I'm sort of afraid to like leash her out, because I don't want her to be so busy she can't do what I need.
Right.
So it's like a catch-22. I want y'all to hear what she got, but I also don't want to hear what I want her to be my best kept secret.
Yo, if this is your first time hearing Jackie, as Shanel said, Jackie's about to bring it. Yo, she's been with the tribe for the past couple of months and has been dropping gem upon gem upon gem and changing the game. So I'm excited for what she has going on.
Absolutely.
I'm going to go down because y'all know I got my book ready. As always, I'm about to listen to this. But I'll see you guys in a bit.
Yep, I got my whole notebook, so I'm ready. All right, I'm gonna go down too.
All right, Jackie, drum roll. Boop, 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 boop. All right, y'all.
We got
turn the volume all the way up. Turn the volume my way. We sleeve twinsies. We pink. Like she was about to drop it on your high ticket marketing message. All right, Jackie, take it away.
Yeah. So, just a little background about me. I was a teacher, like a lot of us that have moved into the online entrepreneur space. I started in marketing with my own business. It'll be 9 years in October, celebrating 9 years almost. So it's been a journey. It's been so fun. It's been really, really rewarding. But I have gone through some transitions. When I first started, I was I swept up with all the like bro marketing language and the, drill the pain point in, focus on the pain points. And it felt really just icky and not good. And so for the first couple years, I was actually doing that a little bit. And I didn't even replace my teacher salary in the first couple years. And I don't probably have to tell y'all, a teacher salary, it's not much. And I was a preschool teacher, so that's even less than a teacher, in elementary, middle school, or high school. So you can imagine what I was making, not much, not barely enough to pay my bills and feed myself, right? So I started to kind of make a switch and just started writing and talking about stuff that really inspired me and the way I wanted to talk. And I noticed a really big shift in the people who were reaching out to me and wanting to work with me. It was a completely different type of person. So when I was talking about the pain points and really, twisting the knife and that kind of thing, which one I think now that I've evolved is probably a little unethical, but also it brings in people who are really just engulfed with their problem. They aren't in a necessarily space right then to get through that, if that makes sense. A lot of times the people need mindset work and different things before they can go in and do the big leap that you're trying to provide for them. So what I started doing is starting paying attention as I started changing my messaging, and I started attracting more and more people who were ready to buy 5K to 25K programs. And this evolved over time, but sorry, my computer just went out. Hopefully I'm still here. Okay. So this evolved over time, but it is something I started paying attention to and started really noticing, okay, when I talk about this kind of thing and when I have this type of angle, what kind of people are coming into my DMs and saying they want to work with me? And over time, it got to where I'm getting people in my DMs all the time. So I created a framework. It's called the Michelin Messaging Framework. And this is just the first part of my high ticket marketing ecosystem. So today, the theme of my talk is make high ticket sales with ease by letting an automated marketing system do the heavy lifting. And so what I've found is when your marketing is really on point and you are talking to the people who are ready to take action and who are motivated by you taking them to their true desires. So we're switching the flip. We're not we're not focusing on all those problems. We're focusing on their desires, their pleasure. What do they really want? We attract a different kind of clientele. And so the first part of my automated system is nailing your messaging. So you can't, a lot of times back in the day, I've been running ads for over 8 years now. And when we were first running ads, you could run ads with very watered down messaging, not specific, not a juicy offer, a mediocre offer, and make sales all day. The times have changed. Buyers are more aware. They have more discernment, and rightfully so, because a lot of people were selling crappy offers and people got burned. So now your messaging needs to be on point, right? And especially if you want to attract these high ticket buyers. And again, I know high ticket, when people say high ticket, there is such a difference in what people are talking about. I'm talking about 5K to 25K offers that are sold online. So I work with a lot of service providers and business coaches, things like that, lawyers, doctors that want to take and package their expertise and sell them online. So let's dive into the Michelin Messaging Framework. So the first part is belief shifting. And so when I'm talking about this is, what do your ideal clients believe right now? But what do you know that is different, that you know is true? So you have some evidence that that's not necessarily true. And so, for example, with ads, let me just bring that example. Some people think that people have been told you have to have a budget of minimum 5K a month to make ads work if you're selling high ticket. And it's going to cost you minimum of $100 to get someone on a sales call. Well, I know that that's not true because I have proven that. And so some of my messaging could reflect on, hey, there's a different way to start having conversations with high ticket business owners that's not the traditional call funnel that works and your ROI, your return on investment is so much higher because you're not going through that traditional funnel. So that's just an example of belief shifting. So just right now, try to think of something that your ideal clients think that, but there's a better way. The truth. There's a different way to handle this. The second way, oh, and by the way, if you want me to send over my entire Michelin messaging framework, just drop an MM in the comments on any of the platforms, wherever you're watching, and I will get that to you in a couple days. Okay, the second one is annoyances to pleasure. So notice I'm not saying pain to pleasure. So these are things that are just kind of annoying and that people, because the high ticket buyers, right, they're not in this like desperation stage usually. So things are annoying them and they want the pleasure on the other side. And so really framing your messaging to be like, hey, I know this is kind of annoying right now. I know you're dealing with this, but it doesn't have to be that way. Working with me, you're going to get to where you really want to be. So that's how you frame that. The third part is status upgrade. Everyone is motivated by status upgrades, y'all. And so this does not necessarily mean financially. A lot of times it does, but this could mean they want to be seen as the best mom. They want to be seen as the healthiest health coach, the most active and strongest weightlifting coach, the most successful and sought after lawyer, whatever it is, people want that status upgrade. So you need to be able to talk about how working with you is going to give them the status upgrades that they are craving. And then also we have confidence for conversions. So you guys need to toot the F out of your own horn. So the more you show up confidently talking about your stuff, the more people are going to be in your DMs. Hey, I know I want to work with you. How much? I get that a lot. My clients get that a lot because we show up in our power. We show up confidently in what we can do for others. So I know sometimes this takes a little bit of practice and a lot of getting out of your own way. And it can be scary to blast out there how badass you are. But it's true. You're doing this work because you're meant to do it and because you are amazing and you've done amazing things for your clients. So own that and step up and talk about it. Because the other thing I want to say about this is if you aren't sharing your work powerfully, then people are still suffering, right? They still don't get to where they want. Life can be so much better when we're living out our desires, living in our pleasures, and you can take them there. So own that, show up like that, and talk about like that. Okay, and then the last part of the Michelin messaging framework is the feel good factor. Again, we are attracting buyers who are motivated by the pleasures, who want to feel good. And so you need to talk about how working with you is a luxury experience. So things like individualization, attention, convenience, exclusivity, using those in your messaging to really attract those premium high ticket ready to buy buyers. And of course, we want them reaching out to you, which we can do through the ad piece and through the organic piece. So what I will say is the way I like to work is a lot of different pieces moving together, which I call the high ticket marketing ecosystem, because part of it is ads. And that is great because you guys know, like sometimes you create a fire post, you put it out there, you've hit all the things, this is juicy, and crickets. Like you look at your stats and the Facebook hasn't shown it to anyone, or IG, or wherever you're at. And what a bummer, right? Like you spent the time creating this and no one's seeing it. But with the power of ads, we can take content like that and show them in front of your warm audience and cold sometimes too, to grow even more of a warm audience. But you're not reliant on the algorithm. And so it's a way to be able to show up without you having to rely on the algorithm and rely on the organic posting. Don't get me wrong, organic is very, very powerful. And I'll talk about that in a minute as far as how you can use your ads to push people to your organic so they're interacting with you even more. But when you have the power of ads behind what you're doing and what you're talking about, the sky is truly the limit. You're not limited to just your circle and your network. The world's vast, y'all. There's a lot of people out there that want to work with you, that want the pleasure that you can give them. Okay, so the first type of ad we like to run are called conversation ads. And this is the goal is just to get people to engage on the ad and sometimes to drop a line under it so that you can reach out to them and start a conversation. So how this works is, for example, let's say the hook was my clients get on average of 10K plus sales each month without ever having to get on a sales call, drop a line, and I'll send you the blueprint. So that's just an example of how we're starting these conversations. And the reason why I start with this too is it's not just about getting those kind of results, but it's also when I look at an ad account. So if you've been running ads for a long time and maybe you're not getting the results that are optimal. So maybe you've been running for leads and you're getting really high lead cost, or maybe you have tried for conversions, try to make sales and send traffic to your landing page, but the cost it doesn't make sense. So what happens is the algorithms within the ad account will start not favoring your account, right? And so it starts not pushing your account out to the best audiences and things like that. So I like to, with all my clients, and if you're running your own ads, I encourage you to do this. If you haven't been getting the results you want, do a refresh. You need to spend a couple weeks giving your account quick wins. So running engagement campaigns to your warm audience, or even if you want to start testing out cold, doing the engagement campaigns. The reason why these work so well to warm up the audience is because it's not a big ask, right? We're not asking someone for their email or for them to purchase our thing. And what happens is you start getting lots of results. And so the ad account bots, the ad account algorithm is like, wow, this ad account performs really well. So then when you start optimizing more for the sales and for the leads, you're getting better results and you've drove your cost way down. So that's just a little tip to do, because I think a lot of times people will just keep trying the same thing and going for the big conversions, and they are paying more than they need to for them. So that is part of the ecosystem. And then the next part is that we want to use tons of retargeting. So basically anybody who has watched 25% of a video from an ad or engaged on your ad, we can send them more content that is addressing the problem further down the line. So for example, if that first video we sent out was by clients get an average of 10K plus sales each month without ever having to get on a sales call, drop a line to set the blueprint, the content for the next post or the next ad could focus on my clients consistently make consistent 10K plus sales without getting on sales calls, without live launching, cold DMing, or cold calls. So then we're calling out the things that they don't want to do, right? So we're just reframing it a little bit more, giving them a little more information. Now they've seen you in the feed several times and they're seeing new, fresh content. And then the other part of this ecosystem is to do omnipresence ads. And so that's what I was kind of talking about earlier. When you create awesome content, right? You're out there creating content, you know your audience, and sometimes not enough people are seeing it. And so we want everybody in your warm audience to see your juicy content. And you can do this for like $3 to $5 a day. Put up your best content and have it go out to all your warm audience so that you're staying top of mind. Because again, with high ticket, we want to build those relationships and we want people to really know, like, and trust us. I know you've all heard that before, but to be able to create this at a much faster pace than what it takes just focusing on the organic. And then after you go through all of that process, your account's hot, right? Your account's warmed up. You're ready to optimize for some other things. And so you can take content at this point and optimize for leads and get leads way less expensive than you would have if you just gone after it from the beginning. But to do that, I really, really highlight the fact that you need a tight email sequence follow-up. So I think a lot of times people, because there's so many moving parts, right? And I get it. It can be a lot, but sometimes people are kind of throwing money down the drain when they are bringing in people to their email list, but their email sequence is not where it needs to be, right? So we need to make sure that is on fire, tight, to where when people go through that, they want to buy, they want to hang out with you. And also what we can use that sequence for is to push them to where you hang out the most on social organically. Why? Because they're going to see your amazing content. They're going to see you showing up, and it's going to build that relationship so much faster to where they want to buy from you. And that's what it's all about, right? We want to be serving our clients in the best way possible, letting them know how we can help them, letting them know how we can bring them to Pleasure Town. And that's one of the best ways we can do it. And so there are obviously a ton of different ad strategies, and being in the ads game for 8+ years, I've done them pretty much all. But these are the ones I like to focus on because I found that a lot of the ad strategies that people are teaching are for really, really, really high budgets. I'm talking 10K plus a month on ad spend. And there's a way to get the results without having to spend that. So I just like to do it. Plus, I think in this way, we are able to build those relationships better. And it definitely makes the high ticket sales easier with ease. I'm hitting the pain or the point that we're supposed to talk about, because once they come to you, once they reach out to you, they're already pre-sold a lot of times. These people already know they want to work with you because the marketing has done the heavy lifting. They've got the information they need. They feel like they know you. They have been in your world. Even if this happens quickly over like a couple of weeks because they're seeing your ads all the time, they feel connected to you. And we know connection is crucial when selling high ticket. So that is the main thing. Oh, last thing I want to say is patience is a virtue. I think sometimes people want or expect really big results within like a day or 2 days. You need the data. You need your data from your ads, and your data from your ads, you guys, is a complete gold mine. It gives you so much more data than you have through your organic content, and you can use that data to, I know I'm a nerd, I'm getting all excited about this, but you can use that data to develop your entire marketing strategy. So we know what the click-through rate is. What are people clicking on? What are people interacting on? Cool. They love when we talk about XYZ. Let's talk about that more in our emails in our organic social. And what happens when you do that? More sales, more people in your inbox, more people DMing you. Hey, I want to work with you. Let me know how much it is. And those are the kind of conversations we love to have. So that is it. I'm going to see if there's any questions.
Jackie. Oh my gosh. That was so good. Can you hear me?
So she went poof.
Right?
I'm like, wait a second. What happened?
Did she go away? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
That was so good. So Jackie, there were so many gems that you dropped in there. First of all, y'all make sure that you are registered at successtribeexpertseries.com so that you can get Jackie's offer, right? That's the first thing. But secondly, Jackie, one of the things that I love about what you talked about is that you talked about shifting those beliefs and debunking a lot of the things that, we may believe that aren't true. Number one thing for me is you need $10,000 in order to run effective ads.
Right.
Honestly, like that's why I was like, that's full stop. Like that's why I'm not even trying to get in the game because come on. So
don't even exist that way.
How does someone know that they're ready? Right? Like if somebody's watching this, like what do they need first to get the most out of this strategy that you're talking about?
Yeah, well, they definitely need to already have a high ticket program selling to go full in like this. It just because well, one, if you're having the conversations with people, you want to be ready with something, right? So you want to be ready for something and you want it to be proven because that gives you the confidence to talk about it, that kind of thing. So I do recommend proving it first through organic. However, you could run, I don't think you need to hire an agency for this, but you could run ads, omnipresent ads to keep up with your, when you're starting out. Like as you grow your audience, you could throw up ads that are nurturing your current audience for like $5 a day. And now you're building these relationships so much faster and that know, like, and trust. And even, talk to them about your freebie or your low ticket offer or whatever.
Mhm.
But I think to go in with a full marketing, and this is developed for high ticket anyway. So for develop a full marketing system, you probably need your high ticket offer selling.
Yeah. What I love about what Jackie does and what you talked about is really a holistic approach, because sometimes people they think that they're different. You know what I mean? The organic kind of hangs out there and you're like, okay, well, I'm just going to post this, or I'm going to make my ads do all the heavy lifting. But it really all works together. And so your ads are only going to be as powerful as your organic content. The organic content is going to be as powerful as the ads. Everywhere they touch you or see you, it all works together. So I love that you have like this 360 approach to it, because it does all work together, especially with high ticket messaging.
Yeah.
100%. Like I said before, like we used to back in the day just run the ad piece. And I was like, this is really a disservice, honestly. Like finally I was like, we have to change this, because we need to help help our clients all around to make sure it's all works together and there's consistent messaging and all that. So 100%.
So Shanel, I'm gonna put you on the spot, because I know that you and Fire Savvy and you and Donna are working with Jackie.
Yeah.
So this is all about ease and abundance, collaboration. What has it been like to collaborate with Jackie and partner with her?
Love this question. So, you all know that, Donna and I, we, do high ticket marketing, helping our clients with the messaging and the sales. However, we get amazing results for our clients. But when you're doing it for yourself, you can't always see yourself inside of your own business. Donna always says that you can't see yourself or read the label inside of the pickle jar, right? So when we we can bounce ideas off of each other all day long, but you need an expert that doesn't know a whole lot about your business, that can give you a different perspective. Because we can it's almost like looking in the mirror. Is that a good idea? Yeah, that's a good idea. You think that's a good idea? Yeah, that's a good idea. And somebody comes in and they're like, girl, that is not a good idea. So, working with Jackie has been awesome, because she speaks the language already. She speaks the high ticket language. She speaks in the way that talks about the desires and talks about the pleasures versus, that old dudeish way of just ramming the pain and ramming somebody into an offer. But, even just in the short time we've been working together, Jackie has been able to, give us fresh perspective on how to change some of the flow of how we attract our clients, but ultimately, affecting how we do things organically so that it makes sense for what we're trying to do with our ads.
That's so great. That's so great. Yeah. And we couldn't have planned this way, right? To actually have somebody who is working with her. And of course, Jackie is part of our Success Tribe network. She has just been such an invaluable asset to us, just in brainstorming, sharing opportunities. So,
and one thing that I will say about Jackie for sure, and I touched on it just a little bit in my talk, when Jackie, we're in the 3G network and the biweekly, sessions, but when she speaks, it backs up to what she goes. So when you're in the 3G and you can introduce yourself clearly and people know what you're expert in, they know what to go to you for, they know what you stand on. But then I'm like, okay, I kind of like her flow. She got the pink on too. And then I go and look at her page, and the page speaks consistently to what she was saying that she does, what she's an expert in. And is, just extremely consistent to be able to do that.
I love that. I love that. No, Jackie, we're excited that you were here. Tell us again what your offer is.
So my offer is a consult. Hop on a call. I'm not going to, hard sell you or anything like that. I'm going to tell you how this could work in your business. And also, if you drop a line on any of these in MM or whatever you want, messaging, whatever, I will DM you probably in a couple days, but I'll DM you my full messaging framework. But
she got ease and abundance built into her business. She like, it's Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern.
Exactly.
Holla at me next week. Like,
right, exactly. And I'd say for the folks who are watching on YouTube, because I know we have quite a few folks watching on YouTube, go ahead and go to the SuccessTribeExpertSeries.com. So then you'll definitely get, because, you can't DM people on YouTube. It's the whole thing, right?
Oh, yeah.
They ain't set that up yet. So they need to. I need to talk to them. They need to set that up.
I was going to say, tell them what they got to do, Eileen, because they listen to you, right?
Exactly.
Or what you can do is, if you're ready to meet Jackie, right? you just go to goalsgivesgaps.com and you'll get this in the email too. Grab a guest pass so that you can join us next Thursday
Yeah,
for our next 3D collab session. They are so much fun, y'all. And you get to continue this conversation. You get to connect even more with these folks. Everyone who's in here and who's been speaking is part of our network, and you'll be able to meet them over the next 30 days, right? Yeah. So do that because, I mean, what do you have to lose?
It's a no-brainer, right?
Exactly. I just want to say one thing. Can I say one thing about the network? It is so amazing. There are powerhouses in that network. There are people doing the thing, and people that are just really, really smart, but also very successful. And so it is a group of people. It's a room you want to be in. It's a room you want to be in. So go get in there.
Yeah. I love not that. Just be in it, but invest the time, invest the energy, invest in it. You know, because we can be in it. You know, you might be hanging out on the wall, like, I'm in here. I'm in here. It's not working. Nobody's talking to me. I want to be in it. Look at that.
I want to get with it. I'm going to take Greg's spot real quick. Jackie, what kind of collabs are you looking for? What kind of collaborations are you looking for?
I nerd out about this stuff, if you can't tell. So anybody that would like to have me on their podcast or show or anything like that, I'm always down to do it. I can talk really off the cuff. So even if you have a last minute like cancellation or something, like, hey, come talk to me, I'm happy to do that. So just hit me up.
I was about to say, I already got 2 for you.
Yeah. Okay. Jackie doesn't know yet, so don't spill the beans. But
I'm just saying.
Anna can hook you up with that.
We can hook you up. We can hook you up. Y'all, and reach out to Jackie. Get her into your community. This is a topic where everybody and their mama talk about messaging, ads, all of that. Like, you want a real thought leader and you want a real expert that can come in and pour into your community. So connect with her about that too, because she's great. She's great.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, Jackie. This was amazing.
This was amazing. Thank you for the opportunity. It was
incredible.
Awesome.
Thank you.
We're so glad you were here. And y'all make sure to connect with Jackie, and we'll see you soon.
Yes.
Awesome.
Bye, Jackie. Y'all.
Yo.
This is it.
High five, virtual.
Right.
We did it. Y'all give it up for Shanel Evans. Greg, Eileen can give it up for Shanel. Shanel is, let me tell you something. From the time that I met Shanel, which feels like it was much longer ago than it probably was, but COVID years are like dog years, right?
Right.
And then when you put entrepreneurship on top of that, that's like double dog years. Right? So basically, we've been in this thing for like 2-3 decades. Right. But for the moment that I have met Shanel, you are not going to find another person where, first of all, she's discerning. So she ain't going to be for everybody. But if she is for you, she is
for a lot, but not for all.
Exactly. But if she is for you, she is 10 toes down. She's 10 toes down. She gonna snatch your edges a little bit. Sometimes, they say Dawn is the edge snatcher, but he calls it the red pin moment, but it's still the same thing, right? She gonna snatch the edges, but Chanel's gonna do it with a joke, right? You're gonna be like, wait, I'm laughing.
Secrets away, Deanna.
Right? I'm laughing, but like,
should I be?
I'm laughing because now my feelings are hurt.
Somehow I don't find that funny,
right, it's funny, but never mind. So y'all, please connect with Shanel. Shanel, please tell everybody what your offer is and how folks can stay connected to you.
Yeah. So I will be at 3G next Thursday.
Of course, you better be.
I will be there, and depending on the flow, Deanna might have me do the timer again. So if you don't want to get timed and go overtime because you're having a difficult time explaining your expertise, if you find that, when I introduce myself, people are not like getting on my calendar. They're not taking me up on my offers. Then you need to get on my calendar and we can solve that. So go to salessuperstar.net/schedule. We'll walk through your business. What are your goals? What do you plan on doing? What do you want to achieve in the next 6 months? What type of collaborations might help you do that? but then also being able to sell your expertise in a way that creates those profitable collaborations. So Deanna's going to give you the blueprint on the collabs, but then we're going to help you with the pricing, the client attraction, and the sales skills to be able to really put that collaboration on fire.
Absolutely. And a lot of people, they ask me, what do I need in order to be able to collab well? I tell them you need a promotable offer, and you need to be able to know how to sell.
Absolutely.
Right? And the market attraction is a part of that too. And nobody does it better than Shanel and Donna and Fire Savvy.
Absolutely.
They are my personal business advisors. So I'm telling y'all, the whole idea yesterday with like Doug interviewing me, that was Shanel was like, you got to have Doug come in.
Brilliant.
Well, he's bomb.
Yeah, Doug has a really cool way of, and he did exactly what the assignment was, even though he didn't know the assignment. But he has a really unique way of pulling out, helping you break. Honestly, what he does is he just helps you brag on yourself without you feeling like you're bragging on yourself. So he has a really unique way of doing that.
Yeah.
Doug is amazing.
So
Shanel, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Shanel,
we'll be seeing you soon. Y'all say bye to Shanel.
Thank you. I feel like we always be thinking Shanel, because I'd be like, shoot, I got my first speaking engagement because Shanel, I got this. Like, for real, it's game changing.
Yeah, it's game changing.
Now, the community that Shanel, Donna, and that Fire Savvy have been able to cultivate is absolutely crazy. Absolutely.
It is crazy. And, you know, if you really are like, yo, these people are bomb, like, I like virtual, but I kind of want to meet them in person. I will let you know that we have literally one suite available.
Y'all, it was 2 earlier in the week. See?
Right. Now it's 1.
See, one suite available. I'm gonna have Jackson come up so he can show y'all one.
Right.
He must have because he's about to. I hear his.
No, he ready for his moment. He ready for his moment. One suite available.
He's literally
for Montego Bay Collabs International. We leave in 3.5 weeks.
Wow.
3.5 weeks. Hey, my boo. Y'all look at my baby. Jackson, tell him it's 1. Say 1.
1.
Only 1 left.
Trying to tell you. Jackson told you.
Shut up. He said, Auntie said 1. All right.
1.
Listen, 1 left, right? After that 1 is done, it's done. No more, right?
Right.
So this retreat, right? Just one. This retreat is all about speakers who are already getting paid to speak, and you're saying, you know what? I want to do more. I want to take my speaking career to the next level. I want to better understand, how do I leverage podcasts to bring in more paid speaking? I want to understand how I leverage referral relationships to bring in more paid speaking. I want to understand how I can leverage the assets that I have from my current speaking to get onto bigger stages. Donna St. Louis is going to be there. You know, Donna gets paid $25K a pop per speech. And that means she's sitting here talking to us in her fuzzy slippers, right? Like, that's not even if you got to get dressed and come to you, right? So she is there, top 5 sales coach in the country. Shanel's going to be there talking to you about market attraction. How do you leverage this brand that you have to be to create even more in demand, even more as a speaker? I'm going to be there talking to you about how you leverage collaboration, your superpower. How can you leverage that in order to be able to get on the bigger stages? It's going to be a great time. 1 spot left.
Yep. And I'm telling you, when you leave the Collabs International events, you leave shifted, you leave changed, right? And you leave with so many additional opportunities. Yeah. We always talk about, clients, collaborators, connectors. You walking out with all 3, right?
All 3 of them.
Absolutely. Even deals, like you said, people are making deals in collabs, and then people are planning to make deals when it's on the planes. People even sometimes are caught on planes to collabs, and they already have something in the works before even something starts. They'd be like, "Oh no, everyone's going to the happy hour," and they're like, "No, actually, we're going to sit over here because we got to work out this thing.
We got to work out our contract. We got to sign our contracts since we doing this thing together."
Exactly. And y'all know Jackson just told us. How many is left, Jackson?
How many we got? Jack?
1.
And Jack said, if y'all don't take it, he gonna take it.
Right. Be the one or being FOMO, right? It's just that simple.
This has been so great. Y'all, please give it up for Ilika Follett. Y'all, I don't do collabs like this often, like at this level, because there has to be a certain level of trust, transparency, crystal clear communication, so much, right? Integrity.
Oh, yeah.
There's so much. And Ilika has just been the dream collaborator for this series. So please show her some love in the chat. She's amazing. We are so glad that we got to do this with you, Ilika.
Thank you. I'm loving it. This has been so much fun. This has been a week of just joy, excitement, $1 million jewels and gems being dropped. I mean, it's incredible.
Yeah,
you know,
incredible.
And we got people already lined up trying to get on the next experts here. We ain't even announced the date.
I was about to say, so how much is it to speak? When is the deadline? I'm like, y'all, give me a minute. Give me a minute. We got Montego Bay next week. Give me a minute. Exactly. We're gonna get it together. But the best way for you to be able to get first dibs is to make sure that you are part of the Success Tribe network. Because if you're part of the network, you get first dibs. You know when these series are starting. You know what types of connections can be made, and you get the first opportunity to invest to be a speaker at our next series. So definitely make sure that if you just pop it in today, go back. We're going to be running this as a replay for the next few days, and then it's going to be gone. So today is day 5. If you missed day 1, 2, 3, or 4, if you want to roll this back and write some things down because you might have forgotten them, make sure to go to successtribeexpertseries.com and register so that you can stream for free. Ilika, anything you want to leave us with?
Yeah, join us next week. Y'all, get that free guest pass. I'm excited. We got some amazing things coming. So definitely get in the tribe, get in the Facebook group, continue to collab and join us because we got some greatness coming.
I love it. Greg, anything left?
No, y'all, this series has been absolutely dope. Make sure, guys, that you're going to the successtribeseries.com to get these offers, guys. A lot of these offers has been custom made for this experience here. You won't get that anywhere else. So make sure you go grab those. And like I said, if you're not in goals, gifts, and gaps next week, where are you? What are
you doing? What are you doing? All right, y'all. We're gonna go. Jack, I love you.
Oh, gosh.
I'm going to see you soon. All right, y'all. We're going to go out on that. Talk to you later. Have a great one.
Bye. Bye.